Welcome to Art Club. We are going to have so much fun this week creating so many cute little critters. Today we are going to start off with an adorable lizard, so let's make sure that you've got all of your supplies, okay? We are going to need that lizard template. We're going to want to use some markers, and you can use whatever markers you've got. If you've got different ones at home that you want to use, or even other coloring supplies too. You want to use some crayons, or you want to use color pencils, that's okay too. So get out markers or whatever you're planning on using for your coloring supplies. And then of course we're going to need some scissors as well. So let's check out this cute little guy and let's get started on this. So here's mine. And we're going to want to pick out some colors, which I'm doing right now. I'm just grabbing some. I think I'm going to go with sort of like a warm color scheme for mine. The weather by me is starting to get a little bit warmer, and so I'm going to go with some nice warm colors to match that. Alright, and you can see I'm using some different markers, like some like this, and that is all good. Now you can kind of color this however you want. If you want to add in some fun shapes or design, you absolutely may. I think I'm going to just kind of do some fun wavy lines on mine. Maybe you do some regular stripes. Maybe you add rainbows. Maybe you add hearts. Maybe you add, I don't know, whatever you're interested in, stars and moons. One thing that's kind of fun about this, we are going to be cutting it out. So you notice right now I'm being a little careful to stay in the line. In reality, we don't need to worry about staying in that line at all, do we? Because we are going to be cutting it out soon anyway. So, yeah, feel free to kind of color right on through the line if you want to. Let's see. Maybe next I've got this kind of cool brownish chartreuse color. Go with that one next. And you guys can be coloring your own at this point too. We'll bring in some yellows. And you're noticing I'm not really doing any designs. I'm kind of just sticking to the wavy lines. But you as an artist, please go ahead and add your own creativity to yours. However you think it's going to look the coolest, do that. All right, on to the next color here. This one almost looks grayish. I was expecting it to be more peachy, but I still like it. It still looks good. Adding some more color over here. Remember, we don't really need to be too worried about that line. I know I keep on paying attention to it, but in reality, we could be coloring it just like this, because we will be cutting it out. So if that helps as you're making yours, feel free to do that too. There, now we're going, right? All right, let's see. I'm going to add some more of that pink. I didn't quite get enough of that in there before, so I want some more of that. Now this line down by the tail, I'm going to start paying attention again, because that one I am not going to be cutting out. So I might want to be a little more careful as I get down to this area. Bum, bum. Make sure that's all colored in. There we go. And actually, I think I'm going to end it with this greenish, brownish chartreuse color. I like how that looks at the end of the tail. Still got a little bit more to go up by the head. And of course, we are all working at our own pace here, so if I'm going a little too fast, feel free to pause it. If I'm going a little too slow, feel free to kind of fast forward it, whatever you got to do. It all sounds good to me. Woo! My marker just went wild. Make that yellow again. Oh, look at that. I feel like that changed colors on us, didn't it? Is this a chameleon? It might be. I feel like that was definitely a different grayish color almost before. Now it looks more peachy. Look at that. Do you see? It gets warmer the more it sits on the paper. Alright. And we'll color this going in. Not worried about those lines. We're cutting it out soon. I think I'm going to add that color for the eyes too. I think that'll look kind of nice in here. And I think, let's see, for my head, I might make it the same color as the end. So kind of start and end with that same kind of brownish green chartreuse color. I think that'll look nice as end caps for both the front, the face, and for the back, the tail. Alright. That's looking pretty cool. And I know we've colored outside the lines, or at least I have. Maybe you didn't. I don't know. But remember, now it's not going to matter because our next step, we're going to be working on some of those fine motor skills. We are going to cut this guy out. Once again, remember, go ahead and work at your own pace. If I'm going too fast, you can always pause and rewind. If I'm going too fast, speed it up. But never get frustrated. All artists work at different speeds. So don't ever feel like you need to be exactly in sync with these videos as far as how fast we're moving. That would be almost impossible. I bet even if I did this project again, it would take me a different amount of time every single time I did it. I honestly think so, depending on what I'm creating each time and how I'm making it look. Because maybe next time I would choose to add certain designs on it. Or maybe next time I would go with like a zigzag instead of a wavy. You know, every time that's going to make it a little bit different. How long it takes. So I've got the head and 1.5 arms cut out here. Especially around these little cute toes. It almost looks like half a star. You know, take your time. We're working on those fine motor skills of cutting, using our scissors. Be careful with your scissors too. We don't want to cut our cute little fingers. Alright, here we go, around the back of the tail here. Round and around we go. I'm going to just get rid of this half of the paper. We don't need that anymore. It's just getting in my way. Alright, on to the other side. We're getting there. Now, another thing I wanted to mention too, I know I'm only using markers here. Maybe you've got some fun stickers at home, or some like glitter glue, or I don't know, maybe you've got some other fun creative ideas. If you want to decorate your lizard with more stuff, you absolutely may do that. As an artist, you always get to make that choice, right? Alright, coming into the last little bit on mine. Once again, if you're not quite at this point, just pause the video. You can start it back up once you are ready. But as soon as you get yours cut out too, like this, our next step is going to be, we want to fold it on all these dotted lines, okay? So at the feet, we're going to fold it up. So this one also is going to come up. So all of the feet get folded up. Okay. All of the elbows, so it's like here and here, are going to get folded down. You can kind of see how it's gonna like stand, right? This is gonna get folded down too, and get folded down. And if your lines don't exactly match up, mine aren't really, that's okay. Just get it as close as you can. And then this, I know this is more of a shoulder area, that's also gonna get folded down, and folded down on that shoulder. So that should get all of those legs. You can see how it's kind of standing up. I might need to play around with some of those folds a little bit more, but it's kind of it's doing a little dance. You guys can dance along with it. Our final fold is going to go down the body and part way down the tail. Once again, kind of working on these fine motor skills, trying to be as precise as we can as we fold that. I'm just kind of pinching it like that. And once you're done, let's see if I can get them standing here. Once you're done, you're going to have this cute little lizard. Whoop. Anyway, I hope you enjoy it. You guys can play around with yours a little bit here too. They are fun and adorable, and I hope you had a blast. We'll see you next time.